Welcome to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. After a full day of college football, the sun is down, the lights are on, and we still have more for you on EA Sports. It's the Utah Utes and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
If you haven't been to Tempe, Arizona to a college football game at Arizona State, it definitely should be on your bucket list. This is one of the most unique stadiums in all of college sports, built into the side of a mountain. You literally can go for a hike and watch the college football game. They have one of the most fun atmospheres in all of the stadiums, and they have built a concourse that is definitely worth a visit. A little club scene gets you going if you want to watch the Sun Devils. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Sun Devils ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So Utah's offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Play clock was down to 2 seconds, but they call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Working the middle, it's complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Utes decide to punt it away.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Sun Devils offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And there's Reed Harris. Came over through the portal from Boston College. This coaching staff, really this entire offense, licking their chops to try to take advantage of this matchup. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Could not make his way to the corner. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. Because you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Finds his tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Sun Devils will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They're all over him. Makes the grab.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Brake. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try to get it through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
Left side, it's Brown. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Hand off for Brown. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab over the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Looking left. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. catch is made at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
And the RPO got him. Past the 45. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On the option. Pulls it on the option. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Utes! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Fires to the tight end. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school.
Unloads it downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. They'll field this one in tight quarters, and they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for the edge. Pulls it, looking for a crease. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hits inside. It's Brake.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards. Make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Motion from the wideout. They'll ride him again. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Utes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw one first. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
They'll give it to Parker. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Miller. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Fresh set of downs going up top. Look out! It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Second and long here. Looking downfield very late in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field.
Lets it fly deep downfield. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And finally the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the move. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. First up, a look at Michigan taking on the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Wolverines with a complete demolition of the defense. They went over 70 points today. Safe to say the offensive coordinator could be in line for some head coaching jobs after a showing like this. And did this group ever need that? The first win on the year, they're now 1-4. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now over to your game in Tempe. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountain America Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
I caught up with the Utes head coach coming out of the locker room. Their defense has got to step up big time right now. They have been struggling at times throughout this season, but right now is a huge moment. With a lead, they have an opportunity on this kickoff to come down and make a big statement. I'll keep you posted on if the defense is able to step up in this huge moment. Nice.
Holly, thank you. The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll give it to Brown. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Drops back on first down. Here comes the heat. On the move, he fires. Rolls it in. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. A give to Brown. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Stopped again. At least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Making the adjustment. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Utes send out the punt unit. On his way back from the 20. No room to bring it back. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Offense in an empty set. They'll move the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brake. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun. Finds the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Harris. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. To give to Brown. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
He's changing the play. Looking for space. It's Bray. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
3rd and long coming up. Running inside. It's Bray. Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a first down as this offense tries to put together a long drive.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his target down the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Utes have this offense rolling. Calls his own number. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on 2nd down. Rid of it on the RPO. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Needs it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Out wide right, it's Bray. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Parker. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Utah!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. First play of this drive. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And the Sun Devils, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wants to throw one first. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Shakes a man, and he might got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. 1 possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Shoots it to the left. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
What a great stop in a big moment for this defense. Nice job getting the stop. Now listen, the ball goes back to the offense, and this has a chance now to be a great finish. That was a clutch stand for this defense.
Hauls it in. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And it's a nice job by this offense. Again, get the 1st down. The clock stops for a second, and now we've got to go fast.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Rushes on. Unleashes one. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Rashad Downs going up top. Finds his man. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. They're already in field goal range. They've got time to take some shots. Need to be urgent, but don't rush.
No gain on the play. Brings up
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Hand off for Brown. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. And it's good! They've tied the game in the final seconds.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. Fourth quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Trying to get the corner. Now the toss. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
Got his man. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to throw. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They've got a little work to do here on third and goal in overtime. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, Utes! They take the lead here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that. Once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. He's looking to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. A turnover in overtime. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, Dave.
Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.